Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at Newsfirst.lk. Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
Well, today is the 22nd of October 2014, a brand new day for all of us, and of course a brand new year for those who are celebrating Deepavali today. I'm Katharina Chang, and let's first take a look at your headlines. Water levels of Mahabali reservoirs on the rise with the onset of heavy showers. Landslide and earthquake warnings issued to 5 districts still in effect. Big onion farmers charge that they have been inconvenienced along with the setting of a price ceiling. Hindus around the world celebrate Deepavali today. Now, starting off with some weather news, the Department of Meteorology states that showers or thundershowers may be experienced during the afternoon or late at night. Now, accordingly, heavy showers of more than 100 millimeters were also experienced and predicted at some places. Duty meteorology at the department says that showers will occur in western, southern and eastern coastal areas during the morning hours as well.
Showers or thunder showers will occur over most part of the island, particularly during the afternoon and night. Heavy falls more than 100 mm are also likely at some places. Showers will occur in western, southern and eastern coastal areas during the morning too. There may be temporary localized strong winds during thunder showers. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize the damages caused by lightning activity. I am Malik Fernando.
Water levels of Mahabali reservoirs have risen due to heavy rain. Director General of the Mahabali Authority, Kamini Rajakaruna, said the water level of the Kotmale Reservoir has risen up to 80%, while the water level of the Victoria Reservoir has risen to 72%. Water levels of the Castle Red Reservoir has increased up to 79%, while the water level of the Mausikali Reservoir and Kalavavu Reservoir has risen up to 81% and 67% respectively. However, the water levels of the Randenikala, Rantabe, Boventama, Samanala Tank and Udavalave Tank have not reached 50% yet. Kamini Rajakaruna further said that there is enough water for the Maha season and the authority has decided to release unlimited supply of water for cultivation. Director of the Water Management Unit in the Department of Irrigation, Janaki Meghasthana, said that the water levels of 72 reservoirs that come under the unit have risen up to 20%. Meanwhile, due to the inclement weather condition, the National Building and Research Organization has issued landslide warnings to 5 districts. Senior geologist of the landslide unit of the NBRO, Gamini Chayathisa, said that the advisory covers Matale, Nuwara, Ratnapura, Batulla, Kegol and Kandy districts. Accordingly, those living in hilly areas are requested to be extremely vigilant. The advisory will be in effect until 6 this evening.
Today is Deepavali, also known as the Festival of Lights. Hindus believe that it was on a day like this that Lord Krishna defeated the demon Narakusara and brought light and blessings to this world. Hindu devotees in Sri Lanka celebrate Deepavali by engaging in religious observances. According to the lunar calendar, Deepavali marks the beginning of the Hindu year today. The festival of Deepavali symbolizes the victory of light over dark, good over evil, and knowledge over darkness. Meanwhile, issuing a message on Deepavali, President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that the festival of Deepavali, which underlines the great spiritual values of Hinduism, is filled with the spirit of love and devotion and is an occasion for Hindus to strive for greater spirituality, foster understanding among the communities, and increase harmony among people. He added that the religious practices and festivities that go with this festival will also add to the spirit of reconciliation that prevails in the country, for which one looks forward to the eager and active participation of the Hindu community. Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne in his message states that many programs are being implemented to uplift the lives of the people who suffered the war for 30 years. He added that the people of the north and east are resettled in their villages and various development projects have been launched and the government has paved the way to build peace, unity and eternal harmony among ethnic groups. Now, big onion farmers state that along with the reduction of prices of a kilogram of big onion being set at rupees 60 by the government, the opportunity that was available for farmers to sell their produce in the open market for a higher price has been restricted. They charge that although a price ceiling has been set, the government has not yet taken steps to purchase the big onion produce.
A kilogram of big onions harvested from the yellow season was sold at a price between 80 rupees to 100 rupees in the Damula economic zone. It was later that a price ceiling of rupees 60 was imposed and purchasing of big onions was done through Satosa. Thereby, along with the reduction of prices in the open market, farmers took steps to harvest and sell its produce at a lower pace, expecting that a higher price could be obtained in the near future. Along with the onset of the rainy weather, expectations of the farmers to slack their harvesting could not be continued. If the government did not issue a stipulated price, we would not face such a situation. Before the stipulated price, we sold a kilogram at 110 rupees. The Satosa Purchasing Centre located in Dambulla is in this state due to the farmers not handing over their produce to it. We will bring 50 bags of onions to Satosa. They will take only 10. 40 would be rejected, saying it is not up to the quality standard. Those are the economic center things that we bring only rejected onions to them.
Now, the Minister of Education states that or had made a request from the parents to bring their attention if they come across principals and teachers who obtain bribes when admitting their children to grade 1 classes. Secretary of the Ministry, Anwar Disanayake, said that such complaints could be lodged with the Investigation Division of the Ministry of Education or could be directly brought to the attention to him. Now, further, the Secretary at the Ministry of Education, Anwar Disanayake, said that complaints could be filed with the zonal educational officers. He adds that steps will be taken to conduct investigations on the lodged complaints together with the Commission of Investigation of Bribery and Corruption. Anwar Disanayake further added that except for the facility fees, any other additional payments should not be paid when admitting the students to grade 1. A rain-hit game was further interrupted on the fourth day by Shahs alongside only 25 overs of play and the game meandered to a draw. In that time, Sri Lanka's batsmen could not get going once again as the team went from an overnight 63 for 4 to 161 for 9. The innings was in particular strife at 103 for 7, but Niroshan Dikwala and Tarindu Kausha produced cameos to ensure they lasted the day. West Indies A part-time off-spinner Jermaine Blackwood finished with the best figures 3 for 44. The third and final unofficial test begins on October 25th in Moratuwa. The 59th Annual International Photographic Competition and Exhibition organized by the Photographic Society of Sri Lanka will be held from the 21st to the 23rd of November in Colombo. Now, the exhibition aims to develop photography as an art and craft and has been held annually for more than 50 years. Now, I met up with the president of the PSSL, Romesh De Silva, who shared more on the event.
Well, we've opened submissions about 1.5 months ago, and we are hoping to close the submissions. Our original plan was to close it on the 25th, but we've extended it by 1 week, so it will be the 1st of November. Right now, I would say that the response has been very good. I believe if we look at a comparison from last year, it would be much better than last year. So we hope that this year it will be a very strong competition like the last year.
You all have international affiliations with other societies around the world. So if you could tell us more about the affiliation and How is their contribution to the exhibition this time?
So for the first time in Sri Lanka, we have the patronage from the Royal Photographic Society, which I believe is extremely significant because our society has had connections in the Royal Photographic Society since the Lionel Wenn's days in the early 30s. So I believe that's also a very significant milestone for us as well as for Sri Lanka. Once again, we have a very eminent judge who will lead the judges panel. He is Mr. Goh, who is the president of the Photographic Society of Singapore. He'll be here for the judging, as well as we have Mr. Raja Karuna and so many others who will do the judging for us.
The deadline for the submissions for the 59th Annual International Photography Competition and Exhibition is on the 25th of October. You can also submit your applications on www.pssl.lk. And on that note, we wrap up this edition of Primetime Sunrise. We wish our viewers a happy Deepavali and have a lovely day ahead.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.